So next, as we move through getting more of the leads and getting the phone answered and getting your text dialed in, I'm having a hard time calling you Don. I always want to call you Brandon.
Michelle, we're running with it for now. I made an announcement on LinkedIn about it. We gotta run with it.
I know, Dawn. Okay, Dawn, whatever. But I met you at the Epic conference, which was another big win for me. And what I was so impressed with, I think about again, for contractors, we're spending so much time getting leads, closing sales. And then what I really loved about seeing your demo was like, well, what do we do? You wrap up a call and what are you doing? Hey, do you know anybody else that might need our services? Or it's kind of lame, right? And then you're on to the next thing. And then all of a sudden, your best referral source is just hanging, and you incentivize them and you reward the new person, and there's no app to download. So I was so excited. And I go, well, this has got to be part of the AI suite of tools. And is Nathan in the house?
I believe Nathan is in the house. I think so.
Okay,
I
cool.
am.
Well,
Yes,
do you,
ma'am.
Oh, Nathan, I'm so glad that you're here. I love the contractor perspective, so it's so good. Well, yep, there you go. There's Nathan. All right. So, do you want to? Well, we did the demo, right, on a
Yeah,
Zoom call.
I can take it away and explain a little bit about my background, introduce
Do
Nathan
it.
here.
The
Nathan's
floor is
looking
yours.
a little bit more professional than me with the microphone. I think he should run the podcast himself. But yes, for
You
those of
go.
you who don't know, I'm Don. The reason I have to go by Don is because my co-founder, his name is Brendan. My original name is Brandon. So one of us had to choose: is he going to be Dan or I'm going to be Don, to make it less confusing for clients, partners, and even customers as well. But Nathan's actually our first customer here at Volca. We've been live for a little bit under a year. And at a high level, what we do is we automate and streamline customer, but also B2B referral processes for home service businesses. So we saw a huge gap in the way referrals were done. And I think, Michelle, you mentioned it, just like AI search is changing, we want to be the catalyst to change the referral process and how people actually think about it. In a world of convenience, just like I click a button to order food like DoorDash or Uber Eats on my phone and food comes to my door, your customers, they want the same sort of treatment when it comes to making a referral and or an introduction to a friend, a neighbor, maybe a family member that might need your services. They don't want to have to go online, look up your refer a friend form, open up the computer, fill out a form, and then once that referral actually gets in a clunky way, maybe your CSRs, they'll plug it into service setting. The old method would be cutting a check or sending out a gift card to that customer of like $250 for sending that referral in. We want to be the new tool to really shake up the way that this happens and drive revenue. We are just really key on driving revenue and ROI. And I think, Nathan, if you could talk a little bit about your experience and I can get into more exactly how it works, that would be really helpful.
Yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. So, first off, I just want to say these guys are phenomenal. The whole team at Volca, they are legit, right? They are the real deal. So it was a pleasure, and it's been a real honor being able to meet these guys and work with them. And as we've come along, I mean, I think we all know that all of life and all of business is about relationships.
Mhm.
And there's lots of or several ways to get new clients. The best way is through referrals. And I also am a small business coach with Phenomenal Business Coaching, powered by Zig Ziglar, own a franchise under Howard Partridge. And we have an awesome referral rewards program. So we had a program in place here at Shafer Heating Cooling that we utilized. However, we had never fully implemented it because we were missing the one piece of being able to track it and pay it. And so when I met these guys and they said what they're doing, like, man, that's perfect. That's the one missing piece. We have the postcards. We're trying to send out a check. It's impossible. Then integrity is one of our core values, and we miss one. It's like, oh man, that looks like we, intentionally missed paying out a rewards to referral. So this has been awesome. And just in the last, 4 months or so of being live and fully implementing it within the team and utilizing it, which is still getting, buy-in from everybody and creating that habit, it's generated an additional 160,000 in sales. We've got 1,074 advocates that people have signed up and said, yeah, we'll take this and we'll refer you guys. And it's generated
Whoa.
another 38
Oh,
referrals.
say that again. How did you track 160,000? That's amazing.
Yeah, just in the last few months. And like I said, that's with 20%, right? Consistently using it every day. And that's mostly on our customer side. So our technicians talking to the customers in the home. That's where most all that has came from. We've actually got a guy now too now going out on our B2B side and using the exact same platform, the exact same process. So we're using our referral rewards program from Phenomenal Business Coaching. We're using the Volca platform that allows us to easily track it, easily pay it out. The technicians get notifications, a little email that says, "Hey, awesome job. So and so, Mary just got your referral, and she referred so and so." So it's instant gratification for them. When the job's done, it integrates in the Service Titan, lets us know. We know to pay it out. We go in once a week, click pay, and we're all set, right? And the customer gets a notification. So there's just so many awesome things. I'm sure Brandon will jump into probably more on how it works, but it's so simple, and nobody gets slipped through the cracks now. Whereas before, people were constantly getting missed, and it's just too many to track.
I have a question because I know this would be me. It's let's say it's me, and you're going to pay me to refer you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to
Yeah.
okay. Well, I know myself. All of a sudden, I think I'm going to be like, how is there a limit? How many
Yeah.
referrals can I make?
Yeah, so for us, it's limitless in the amount of referrals you can make, and for us, we pay up to 10% of the purchase price of the client's first purchase. So yesterday we just finished up another $27,000 job that came from a referral. So it just notified our system. The client got notified. I need to just log in right now and just click one click of pay, and it'll automatically pay them $1,000. So we pay 10% up to 1,000 is what we do.
Come on, that needs to go in your marketing, right? Like
Oh yeah,
hire
it is.
us and we'll pay you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Michelle,
yeah.
I can touch on like how we really rethought the psychology of referral, and we want to bring it to be one of your top lead generation sources. I think for years, um, Google and AI and search, they've been around, LSA, PPC, SEO, but people have completely relied on that as their main source of marketing. And I think they've forgotten that your best customer is the friend and family of your current customers. It's the most low hanging fruit out there. So Volca is not only we want to process it, track it, make it easy to pay, but we also want to help market. So I think we really do a great job at incentivizing every piece of the puzzle. I think for years, people have thought of referral programs as business and customer and have forgot about the technician. That's where we come in, and we also incentivize technicians and have data and tracking to know which technicians are out there promoting the referral program the best way. I think just as people are focused on asking for a 5-star review, we want technicians to also mention the referral program and not just play on the potential $1,000 reward, but also play on the empathy of, hey, I'm a great technician who did a great job in your home today. If it would mean the world to me personally if you refer me out to your neighbors, because that not only brings a reward to you, you help grow my business, but you're also helping put money in my pocket where then Nathan can go ahead and give a bonus to his guys for setting up a TGL. So we're kind of expanding the term referral here and really just trying to drive revenue and make everyone an extension of your sales team. And I think Corey mentioned it earlier on. He was like, focus on relationships and not just a sales pitch. We genuinely believe in that. We're trying to make this a very personalized customer interaction where they're not upselling anything. It's more of a favor you're introducing to the customer. Be like, hey, you might already have referred me to your neighbors or you were planning to. I want to make sure that you get credit for it. And building that one-to-one relationship with the tech and the customer. It's like almost the tech's personal referral line. And I can get into exactly how it would work. If that would be helpful, you think, Michelle?
Well, it's kind of reminding me a little bit, when Tommy Mello talks about incentivizing the employees, right? Like you get paid on performance. Like if you're going to perform, you're going to like, I'm just going to take care of you, right? It's in that camp for me, and it's blowing my mind a little bit about like this inefficiency that exists while we're helping contractors chase the lead, and it's just like it's right under your nose. It's just so brilliant. I love
Yeah.
it.
And I appreciate like for you referencing, yeah, it is under people's nose. And I always say like for years, like there's so many AI companies coming out that are going to automate certain processes and help out. But before the internet, before Google was around, the only way a trades business grew was word of mouth, and it was referrals. And I think people have just completely forgotten that this is a clear source of revenue. And I think the opportunity cost nowadays of focusing on a poor quality lead compared to a high quality referral, it is extremely high. So we want to really focus on these referrals that are going to close at a 85-90% clip instead of leads that maybe come from an Angie's or something like that where 20 contractors are calling the same person.
100%. And these are the things that you can't measure. Like I like what Marcel said. Like, how would you know how much business you're losing over the weekend Like, how would you possibly know until she put broccoli in? And you're like, holy crap, people want to do business with us over the weekend. And this is in that same camp. Like, how would a contractor know? Like, how much business are you losing? You don't, because you're not driving referrals from your
Mhm.
warmest, happiest customer. How would you know how to even measure it unless you have someone like Nathan? And then now
Yeah.
it's measurable. Like, I just think it's brilliant.
And as much as we talk about it on the customer side, where you want to incentivize technicians and kind of get this out to your customer base, Nathan's actually hired an entire new role, like a B2B field marketing manager, to go around local businesses. Nathan, if you could talk on that a bit, I just think it's so
That's
amazing.
so, that's so,
And it's a really cool thing for in my life that we've inspired change within an organization. And we're really excited. I think Nathan and I both agree this is only the start of Volca. I think our goal together is to get $1 million in referral revenue across the line within a year at some point. And I think with the angle of B2B and also customers, we're going to get there.
Yes, that's actually part of our part. We really push a lot because you have each client, right? And there can be a referral source for you. But imagine if we have an A list, a B list, a C list, if you will, in other businesses. So for us in heating and cooling, examples of an A list might be realtors, pest control companies, plumbers, et cetera. So other people that are in the home service, that might be on the A list, others might be on a B list. But imagine if they're referring all their clients to you. And so I actually have what we call my relationship building coordinator. He drives all over. He's visiting right now about 200 companies a month, and just driving from place to place to place and revisits them every month. And I'm happy. I'll put some links in there too. You guys can reach out, and I'm happy to share more about this program, how it works, and our process, I should say. But what he does is he goes out and just builds his relationships, and we add value to those companies. So whether it's coming in and doing something for their team, a train this morning, I was doing a dish training, for a local company, or just a 1 hour training, just different ways that we can help them grow their business. And as a token of our appreciation for them sending their clients to us, obviously we're also it applies the same 10% up to 1,000 that we pay out for that as well that they can utilize towards their services or cash. But his whole focus is just going out from business to business and working on building his relationships and getting his referrals, being involved in BNI groups and chamber events and door to door to the businesses. Our goal for him is within the first 12 months is to generate $1 million of referrals. By end of year next year, we should have 2 people in that role and be doing at least 2 to 3 million in referrals.
will you keep
And
me
it's a proven,
posted? Will you keep me
yeah,
posted on this? I'm absolutely
100%.
enthralled with it. I'm absolutely enthralled with it. Can I want to just tag in and like I didn't even know this was going to be something that might occur to me. But when we take a look at just the era that we're in with the AI and SEO and just all of it, I've always told my clients is like you have to do some outflow. You have to know how to go hunt and fish for business. And many contractors or their sales teams have just gotten so reliant on the leads coming in. But to go hunt and fish for business. So as it relates to me, I give my clients content, video content, case studies, press releases, right? You go hunt and we go to LinkedIn and we go hunt and fish for a very targeted customer. And one of my clients, he said, Michelle, I now get a $40,000 to $45,000 multi-zone mini split system from one person. We have one person referring over and over. So that's where we go. But can you imagine if my guy now has a Volca product? So we go on hunt and fish and we've got all this great content to go reel somebody in to do business with us. And by the way, if I serve you and you're happy with us, I also have this referral program. It's just like these things can work together in a really innovative way. Like most contractors aren't doing this. So good.
Michelle, how much time do I have? I do want to make sure I explain the product really well and just give everyone a quick overview of like where the
Do it yes. Explain the product quickly.
Yeah,
Like
I'll
I'm
go
so
fast.
enthralled with this.
I'm just going to share my screen really quickly.
Thank you, Nathan.
I'm just briefly sharing our website. I'm not going to walk through a full demo. Usually full demos are like live and you can actually test out the referral hotline. But what we do is we build your business a white labeled referral hotline specific to your business. So a new phone number with an area code in your location. Given the example of the Shafer referral hotline, we're going to distribute it in 2 different ways, a 1-2 punch. One being option A is distribute it via the technician, have technicians have customers scan a QR code at the end of a job and promote this referral program in a really non-salesy way, just as an option for the customer to have to then send in referrals. Once someone scans a QR code, or option 2 being we sync directly with Service Titan. So post job, just like a review automation request. It would be a referral automation request, introducing the referral hotline and how it works, where you can explain the specs to your program and even personalize it up to the technician, like, hey, this is Don personally reaching out from Shafer Heating and Cooling. When somebody wants to send a referral, all they simply do is send a text message, and our AI is going to go in there and be able to parse the message correctly, and take whatever information's in that text message and plug it directly in Service Titan, and then follow it along its journey within Service Titan. So as I'm showing here, move fast on referred leads. We want to get them right in Service Titan so the CSRs can then go outbound the referred leads. And then most importantly, we think optionality and fast payment is a huge factor nowadays. I talk on convenience, like my Uber Eats or DoorDash analogy, but also with things like TikTok, like attention spans are slow nowadays. And you want to pay people as fast as possible when these jobs actually close. So when these jobs do close in Service Titan, it will automate a notification on the Volca system that says, hey, it's now time to pay Don for referring Nathan. And we're going to automate a link out to the customer that gives them the option to collect that money in Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, Amazon, Visa, and then also future credit towards future systems, where if Nathan can convince his customers to collect credit, that's going to increase customer LTV and keep repeat business coming back to you guys. But yeah, that's a quick overview of how it actually works. And I'm really excited to where we're going and where we're going to take this referral hotline and get a little bit smarter with some of the AI.
I'm really excited for you, for God's sake. And then Glenn, can you well, I don't think we got your information. Go ahead and put your information in the chat so people know how to be in touch with you. And I saw the demo with Don and I was like, boy, howdy. That's really, really good. And I could feel myself wanting to refer because I would get, there's some of us that are a little competitive. So it's worth the time to do the demo. And Nathan, yeah. You just brought everything to light. It's so helpful to hear a success story about the kind of numbers that you're driving because of this. So impressive.